Cause quick shots to the dome cause quick shots to the dome, cause when in Rome.
So what's your name?
My name is Ayanna Florence, and I don't have a stage name yet. I've been bouncing back and forth between different ideas, so.
So you were pretty awesome on stage tonight.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
How long have you been writing poetry?
I've been writing poetry pretty much like my whole life, like little poems and stuff, but I've been writing like real spoken word poetry since my junior year in high school, and I'm a freshman in college right now.
Wow.
So it's been 2 years, yes.
So what inspires you?
Literally, it could be anything. Like, sometimes it's my own personal experiences. Sometimes it's experiences that other people have come to me and told me about. Sometimes it's what I see on the news, what I see on TV, what I see out in the world, see walking down the sidewalk. Like, anything could inspire me to write a poem, anything.
And I'm totally bossed out. Old chicks crying cause they know that they lost out. But I'm still
I'm calling it quits. This game, that is. I'm pissed. Pessimistic and pissing all over their post-mortem bliss, and oh, how well vodka and Glocks mix. Cause quick shots to the dome cause quick shots to the dome, cause when in Rome, shoot black boys up in their own homes after shooting me and my black boys up in our own homes. We become clones and drones made to hone our skills and use them to kill. Chrome and needles cause chromatic cones of light to shine through my eyes, lighting up the streets with my guns ablaze. Then after blazing the blunt I'm lit with a blunt lip speaking my mind. Trying to become blind to this passionate pettiness passing before my very eyes. I every man that crosses me, leaving me cross-eyed in the crossfire to find a reason to hold on to that heavy metal. Or to hold on to that heavy mental my conscience is weighing me down. Attempting to drown my demons, but they know how to swim. Attempting to swallow down my demons as they slash in my larynx with claws clashing, bashing and mashing my vocal cords. I will not be silenced. Violence serving no purpose. Violence serving one purpose, to lay upon the graves of those who played this little game. As the players are preying upon people and popping pills, and the parents are praying for the players popping people, as well as for the poor people that perish from getting popped, they're giving props to those using guns as more than props, propping invisible plaques upon countertops in recognition of the deposition from the position of human. So the definition of real has morphed into a fallacy, balancing inhumanity with reality has become a travesty, trapping me in an imbalance, see? Because these so-called experts expect me to be like the rest of these sheep based on their expertise. And it seems to me as if I have no choice but to seep into their stereotype of the blackie. Throwing facts and stats in my mind like factoid frisbees, but take a look-see. Because to me, it seems I'm proving them right. Because I plead with me that he still bleeds for me, because he bleeds from me putting 2 deadly beads through his head. Now he sleeps deeply in a 6-foot deep bed. Spoon-fed and led by society, given breadcrumbs to lead me while starving, so I wasn't even paying attention to where I was headed. And what I dreaded most in the past has presented itself in my future. I should have won, but I feel like I lost the game. The exact thing they told me would make me a name. What was I playing anyways?
Nice.
How hard is it to get up there and just share your emotions and write so deep and personal?
It's difficult, but at the end of the day, when I think about how it could impact someone else's life, it means it balances it out. Like, although it's hard to get up on stage and bare your soul and open up to all these people that you don't even know, when
having people come up to me afterwards like, oh, you really touched me, like you made me tear up, like that really hit home for me, it's worth it. It's totally worth it because that means that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
We met Ayanna a couple of years ago. We were auditioning for a theatrical production called No Holding Back that Teens with a Purpose had written. And she came out to audition for an acting part. And she was in the governor's school. She's very active in theater, and she really wanted to be a part of it. She won the leading role, but because of her school schedule and her governor's school performances, she wasn't able to do it. But that was that initial contact, and during that audition, she was asked to audition with the poets. And I believe at that point she only had one piece of her own. And I remember her mom really like a stage mom encouraging her, go ahead and try out, for the poetry too. And she performed her piece and it was really awesome. But she also got the opportunity to meet and hear other poets, even though she came out for acting. And I think that's when she got the bug to become a part of what we're doing. So it took some months before she was able to reconnect with us after that. She wasn't able to be a part of No Holding Back, but then the slam season came along and she came out to rehearsals and started to really begin to fine tune her poetry and spoken word, and also using what she learned in governor's school with theater to incorporate into her performances for spoken word poetry.
Don't be nice.
And I may mess up or choke up while trying to spit rhymes from high divine while you throwing dimes in my styrofoam cup. My lights got cut off, no Lysol to disinfect. Bounce checks, eviction letters sitting on my rental. I need painkillers to relax my mental. What have I got myself into? These local Walmart lavatory stalls greet me every fall and winter. They replenish plenty of Scotch tissue to greet the Black Friday winners. And I'm engraving extra virgin olive oil crosses on the stalls as if I was some kin to Dr. Martin Luther King. And Lord, please don't let them decide to clean these stalls tonight. Because Lord knows I can't sleep out in the cold. I'm anemic. In a few weeks, I will become a scenic designer. They'll mistake soap dispensers for fine china. See, I'm a mastermind who can never master the art of timed test. SAT scores got me living poor, sore, loser, way too prideful to apply for a community college. So man, I'll just spit knowledge. You'll think I graduated from Yale or Oxford, got my doctorates from Harvard. Yeah, that'll be my story. Homeless, living in a Walmart lavatory, from dreams that don't provide the means for me to live. My teacher, Miss Linda, she keeps telling me, Jasmine, rhetoric won't get you a job, and spinning rhymes won't get you any scholarships. Now, you've already taken a few SATs, and you have not done well on them, and this is the last SAT you can take before you can apply for college. And if you fail this one, I'm afraid you won't get into a good college, let alone a college at all. And I'm looking at this lady like, lady, you don't understand. Webster was there for me when my tears were too lazy to comfort me. Say I can't go to college and I will verbally start riots that make doctors reconsider their education. My God makes perfect multiplication. His foundation times your story equals his story to be told, and you thought that this was just for entertainment. No, I seek out his words like gay men seek out for his acceptance, like The devil seeks out for potential suicide cases sitting on the first pew of every Sunday morning. I am mourning for his acceptance. God, this is all I have to give. Lord, if I could buy you a gift to show you my love, tell you how I feel, it wouldn't matter what I had to give. I would find a way to get it for you. See, I don't spit to win contests against men. I spit to win wars against spirits you will never see. I am spitting for my sanity, hoping that the Lord hears me, because I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Some things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. So I failed a couple of SATs. Tell me, what else have I failed at?
Now, I understand that there is a poetry coach. Can you see yourself being a coach in the future?
Oh my gosh.
And inspiring other young artists?
I've never really thought of it, but that would be amazing. Like, to be able to share what I know and share my knowledge and give it to other people. And I guess in a way, I already kind of coach some people. Like, I go to Howard University, and there are some girls that I know there that write a lot of poetry, and I'll coach them. I'll be like, yeah, just do this, and if you do this here, and if you inflect here, and if you write about this, like, it'll be like perfect. And so I guess I kind of have, coached before, but I never really thought of doing it for a slam team or anything. But that would be really cool, actually. That would be really, really cool. Just come in circle, you say anything that you want to say, like how you're feeling today, what you did today, anything. Just a little short snippet of whatever you want to say, and then you say check it in. So, for example, today was a really good day. I got a lot done. I got some unpacking done. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Ayanna. Hi. I had a really good day. I got some unpacking done because I just got home from college. I got some pieces worked on for the slams, and yeah, I'm excited about hosting you guys' workshop and having practice today. Checking in. I guess we'll go this way.
Ayanna's follow through is tremendous. I've watched her grow a lot, but I would say the one thing is when she commits, she follows through on what she says she's going to do.
And the first thing I want to ask, by a show of hands, how many of you like hip hop and rap music? Pretty much all of us. Okay, yeah, pretty much all of us. Okay, and the reason I ask is because the workshop day is focused around using hip hop and rap and rhythm, rhyme, and that's it. Rhythm and rhyme to influence your poetry and to make your poetry even better than it already is. When it comes to love, push comes to shove, I think about doves with a peaceful love.
Wow.
All-encompassing feeling. Sit down, Marvin. Bring that back. Bring that back. When it comes to love, push comes to shove, I think about doves with a peaceful love. All-encompassing feeling that keeps my mind reeling. In essence, I never knew, making my heart its new home. Home is resting in the sweetest corner of my cavities, weaving us together, living in a breathing tapestry. Though peace signs for the devil's steady tackle, I'm strong as a judge, addicted to oh so happily. This majesty moving over my cardiac so rapidly, trying to run from the devil while Cupid tapping me. But I'll never give in because loving someone blindly can be the most violent sin.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't done. Why? I ain't done. It wasn't hot.
Somebody be
Yes, you are. They try to kill our emotion and our peace. That's the violence. They try to kill the love in our peace.
I'm not showing things. I promise.
Yes.
Sins are chasing after me. The birds and bees are looking to see that love is chasing after me. Oh no.
I think Marvin's walked in.
The other group wanna be as hot as we, cause they love to see us.
No, you gotta read that over. Marvin wrote that. You gotta read that with some pride. You can't. Marvin wrote it.
It touched her soul. Look, she crying.
That's poetry, you guys. We conflicted in emotion.
The other group wanna be as hot as we, cause they love to see we get that cheese bars.
I said love.
As long as you keep your day job, everything.
Being able to take a team to Brave New Voices every year is just part of the expense of doing something like that. But you have to feed young people, you have to transport them daily or weekly, as much as it takes to do something. And we sat down with the team at the beginning of the year and said, here's what it costs. You guys have a share in the responsibility. What are each of you going to do? And everyone made their commitments to what they would do. And Ayanna's follow through was impeccable. She didn't take on a small part of, I'll just do some little thing. She took a major responsibility and she took it seriously, and she followed through to the point that the team voted her as the team captain because, she was serious and committed. And so I would say that's what stands out the most to me about Ayanna.
Went to Philly, and then we're just.
She saw something?
It was free. It was just free.
Free space.
It was free. And I was like, oh, this is how it is. Okay, I like this. It's free. So.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's why sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I can write that kind of stuff. Because when I hear other people, y'all just be so somewhere else. I'm like,
I feel like it's when you experience it, you really feel like you get it. And then I know most things I do, the ones I've been writing these last 2 years, things I've actually experienced, because I found it so much harder for me to try to be like somebody else and talk about something I don't know nothing about. It just makes the whole poem a mess, and I'm like, okay, you talking too much.
Never mind.
Something ain't right. The flow is not right.
It's different for me because I used to go outside myself and pick experiences that I had experienced but were still close to me. Mm-hmm. Like my domestic violence piece, for instance, I'm very close to that piece. Like I cry almost every time I do it, but I've never been domestically abused. My mother's never been domestically abused. My grandmother's never been domestically abused. No one in my family that I know of has ever been domestically abused. But for some reason, that really touches me. It touches me. And so, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I guess it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean, you can attempt to do it. It's like anything. If you're gonna write a piece that's outside of yourself, it takes a lot of observation. Yes. It takes a lot of study. I was listening to the girl that won the Tony last night about her portrayal of Billie Holiday.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so she won the Tony for that, and she was saying that she actually wears the same perfume as Billie Holiday, and when she goes out, she actually puts she actually like rubs gin behind both ears and on the top of her lip, so that she can like have that smell. Because Billie Holiday, of course, was like drinking gin all the time, right? And so you really have to go into character, right, and really study what that person is. And like I was saying before last week about building a composite character, you just can't pick a drunk and say, I'm going to write a poem about a drunk, or I'm going to write a poem about a lesbian. If you're not connected with that, you have to try to develop a composite character, meaning that you have to pick 2, 3, 4 people that you know and combine all the best characteristics of that person to make something substantial.
The most personal performance that I did so far, well, there's 2. One of them is, it's called Chains. And in it, I'm just talking about my more life experiences with men and how I've dealt with it. And I performed that during the slam. But a more recent personal piece that I've written, I haven't performed at any slams yet, it's called Snowfall. And it's about, I have type 2 bipolar disorder, and it's about that and how I deal with that and stuff like that. So those are my 2 probably most personal pieces. I love when it snows. The snowflakes smell of sulfur. I let them fall onto my tongue and they taste of brimstone. I want to chase the fiery ice to the ends of the earth, let them burn cold on my cheek. Run through them and freeze the follicles of my hair to flames. I watch each one melt through my hand, branding my palm. The blistering Arctic is endearing, inviting, exciting. Look, can't you see? They want me to follow. Frolic fast and furiously through the frosty white fire. Let the scent of the burning glacial stars tickle my nostrils. Set my skin ablaze with frigid sparks of heat. Tingle the tips of my fingers with scalding sleet. Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you all looking at me like that, my father? You've been talking to my father. He put you up to this. He told you to do this. He never understood my love for the sulfurous snowflakes. No. He judged me. Said there was nothing wrong with watching from inside as long as I didn't share my secret. He couldn't see past his own melanin, his own darkness, into what he knew was true, because once I caught him looking at the snowflakes too. He drinks to forget how beautiful they are. Why are you all looking at me like that? What did they tell you? What did they tell you? They told me the snowflakes were fine to touch, that they wouldn't hurt me, that this is normal. They said I was special, that only we could see the snowflakes for what they really were. They looked so delicate, but felt so dangerous in my grasp. What? The snowflakes. The snowflakes are forbidden. Luciferous Lucifer, the devil devilish, like Lucifer, I'm going to hell for touching the snowflakes. They say I'm going to hell. They say I'm going to hell. They say I'm going to hell. Snowflakes, snowflakes, Satan, snowflakes, Satan, the snowflakes, snowflakes, and Satan is the snowflakes. Why are you all looking at me like that? Or those people in the white coats, they put you up to this, didn't they? Them and all the fancy words they throw at me fast as the snow melts in the sunlight. Depakote, Lamictal, Tegretol, Abilify, Geodone, Invega, Latuda, Risperdal, Saphris, Lithium, Serico, Zyprexa. Oh look, it's snowing outside.
Slay! I love that piece.
You need to eat that.
Yeah.
You need to eat that
Like
and
steak.
really say it how you need to say it, because you said it, but it
Say
wasn't.
it.
Yeah,
Say it.
it wasn't said.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think the biggest thing that I would say where her growth came was in her ability to tell her story. Ayanna would write from the perspective of a someone observing a situation, she would really put herself in the poems and the stories that she wrote. Because that takes, if you're writing on a deep issue, that takes a lot of courage and confidence. And I watched her this year do all the research and allow herself to feel everything and use all of her writing skills and her performing skills. But she took a big step in that she really made it personal. She made all of her pieces much more personal. She was courageous enough to put herself right in the mix rather than telling you about that happened over there. She said, how I feel, or it impacts me. She put herself, or it is me. She put herself in her stories, and that was huge.